Hello, Dylan Langei, branch manager and home loan officer at Evergreen Home Loans. And this is the January mortgage update. And so as normal, we go through one quick nugget for you. We'll go over rates and turn times. So the quick nugget today is going to be, how can you secure a 3% interest rate in this high interest rate environment on the seller's dime? So stay tuned if you're interested in that. Also a reminder, WhatcomHomeLoans.com is my website. This has, if you've missed any of the mortgage updates, you can see up there. Any YouTube videos that I produce are up here under resources. I'm also your #1 rated lender in Whatcom County. And I love to share that because, when people are going to a hotel, when they're going to a restaurant, you guys look at online reviews, as do I, right? So I think it's important to have this. If you've got a friend, family member, coworker, anyone that, is looking to buy a home or sell a home or needs a second opinion, please pass them my information and even show them my testimonials. I think that's a really great way to connect us. And then here is my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to that. I do videos weekly. Cruz, my son was just born December 18th, so I took a little hiatus, but I'm back on those weekly videos. And I just posted a new one on the seller Buydown, which is what we will talk about. And if you're interested in getting a rate, there's purchase refinance, doesn't pull credit, doesn't do anything like that. I can also do a soft pull, which doesn't ding your credit, but it gives me an actual credit score. And if you're curious kind of where you land, we can pull that, doesn't ding your credit. It's just a soft pull with Experian. Alrighty, let's dive into it. So you'll be getting this PDF, the quick nugget. Let's talk about Evergreen's innovative product, the Seller Buydown program. I'm going to talk to you about a real life deal that I have going on right now. And I actually shot a separate YouTube video on this program. So if you're interested to dive a little deeper, make sure you check out my YouTube channel. And it's under Evergreen Innovative Products, Seller Buydown. So you can check that out. But this is a real life program. This Excel sheet is also, I can send this to you if you want to play around with numbers. I've got a client buying a house for $475,000, doing 20% down. So she's borrowing $380,000. And right now her starting rate that she's locked in at is 5.99%. Obviously there's a lot of things that dictate that starting rate, but that's what she's locked in at on a 30-year fixed rate loan. Her monthly principal and interest is $22.75 a month. Okay. So the Seller Buydown program is essentially where the seller prepays your mortgage payment for 1, 2, or 3 years, a portion of it. How that works is on the 3-2-1 Buydown, for the first year, we find out what the payment would be at 3% lower than your start rate. On the second year, it's 2% lower than your start rate. And on the third year, it's 1% lower than your start rate. Then it goes back to the 5.99. So you can see this here. On year one, instead of $22.75, she's paying $1,600 a month, which is a $675 a month savings for 12 months, which is $8,100 that the seller is paying. And then same with the second year is $5,500. Last year is $2,800. So we would need a $16,534 seller credit. You may be thinking that's insane. There's no way we're going to get that. This client did. There's a lot of room to negotiate in this market. Sellers are getting a little bit more desperate, but I'll talk a little bit about this because this is not going to last. So now's the time to pounce if you want to creatively use some of these seller credits. So 2-1 Buydown, you're just taking away the 2.99 option, and you're getting basically 2% lower than the start rate, then 1%, and the 1-0 Buydown is 1% lower. So if your seller, maybe doesn't want to get $16,000, we can get $8,400. Do the same thing for 2 years. This program is really great if you think mortgage rates are going to go down, or if this property is a short-term option for you. If you're going to stay in this home maybe 15 years and you think rates are going to go up, maybe a long-term buy down on the rate is a better option. This is just a great short-term option. A lot of people ask me, what if rates go down and I refinance in 1 year and I'm on a 3-year? The seller prepaid your mortgage payment, so your payoff is going to be lower. Don't lose that money like you do on a seller or on a long-term buy down. So once again, check out my YouTube video on this program if you want to know more. And then let's go through interest rates. So I always do it on a $700,000 purchase, 10% down. This is what rates are doing. So the first row is the interest rate. The third row is your principal and interest payment. So this is a $630,000 loan. So that would be the P&I. And then this is the cost for it. So 5.99 right now on a $630,000 loan would cost you about $2,500 as a one-time fee. Okay. And then your monthly payment would be $37.73. So what's the mortgage rate trend right now? It's going down. What's the mortgage application trend? Up. You may ask me, Dylan, why do I care about mortgage applications? It's directly directly connected to competition in the market. Why are mortgage applications going up? Well, because mortgage rates are going down. So if you look at Freddie Mac's average mortgage rate, it was the highest November 10th. 7.08% was the highest 30-year fixed. Then it went back up in January 5th to 6.5. Now it's gone down in the last week or two to 6.33 is the average, which, as you saw on here, 6.125 basically costs you zero. That's a few $100, right? So because it's going down, and why is it going down? Well, CPI, Consumer Price Index, inflation, which is what the Fed's trying to get a hold of, is finally going down and meeting expectations, which is driving mortgage rates down. So what does that do? When rates go down, more people go, gosh, maybe I could buy a home, right? So if you go here, trading economics, this is mortgage applications. In December, mortgage apps were down 10.3%. That's why a lot of my clients are getting massive seller credits to do these seller buy down programs, because there's not as much competition. Mortgage applications went up 1.2% January 6th. So mortgage applications are going up, which means more competition is going to flood this market. And I'm warning you, don't sit on the sideline if you want or need to buy a home. You want to jump in now. Internal turn times, we can get things done in a day, super quick. Appraisal turn times are happening really quickly. A reminder about our other innovative product that there's also a YouTube video on, our Security Plus. If you are thinking of buying a home, get a full application into me. I can check the credit, income, and assets, send it to underwriting. This takes about a day or two, and we can back that pre-approval letter by $5,000, which makes your offer super, super competitive. And so that's really what's happening with rates, internal turn times, appraisal turn times. The seller buy down is a fantastic program. I'll also include an awesome picture of my son Cruz that was just born. I'm just over the moon, super excited. I'm back in the office though, working my tail off. And last thing, I just launched a new project. It is not related to mortgage at all. It's called The Tipping Point. It's a podcast. I'll include the link. I would love if you gave it a listen, review it. We interviewed a professional soccer player. If you know me, I'm a big soccer fan. We interviewed a professional soccer player about his just path from being a youth soccer player to college to, trying to go pro for 3 years, it not happening, and really just his perseverance and getting through it. So if you've got kids that are maybe, soccer players, or you're curious about the college program or professional soccer, anything, this is a great, great podcast for you. It's about an hour long. I'll include the YouTube channel. There's a little bit of explicit content, so, watch out for that. But it's a great, great podcast on just what the reality is of a professional athlete. So I'd love for you to listen to that. I'll include this link here. It's called The Tipping Point. Episode 1 was with Oscar Jimenez, professional soccer player with Louisville City FC. So super excited about that. All right, see you next time.